And we're so excited to be here with Paige from Rollers.
Hey everyone.
Paige, we are so excited.
Love,
Heather
love,
and
love.
I have already got our Thanksgiving menus all planned out.
Yes.
All we need is what we pair it with.
That's exactly
So we
right.
can't wait. But I do think we want to start with what's in the very middle.
Okay, so we have to talk about this, Paige, because you
We
walked
have
in.
questions.
Yeah, you walked in because, you know, we're talking about November. That always kind of wraps around to Thanksgiving, right?
Of course.
And Paige brought in the very first American cocktail, which we cannot wait to hear the story. Tell us, Paige.
So it is called the Sazerac. It originated in the French Quarter in New Orleans in 1938. Or I'm sorry,
Wow.
1838.
1838.
Wow.
So the French Quarter, got it?
Yes.
Wait, so there were no cocktails, no mixed drinks before that?
There wasn't an official named
Official
cocktail.
named cocktail.
Okay.
I love it.
Interesting.
And I just have to put this in here. Alana Jenkins, my girlfriend, drinks Sazeracs like they're going out of style.
But I
That
bet
is-
she doesn't know where its name came from.
Right, that's
so
right.
Tell
This
us,
is-
Paige.
Okay, so the Sazerac Coffee House existed in New Orleans,
Oh, a coffee house.
I like
they
coffee
had
houses.
coffee houses
I like
back
coffee
in
houses.
1838.
but they weren't really serving coffee.
Ooh,
What were they serving?
They were serving the Sazerac
and
and women.
Oh my gosh, a brothel.
It was a brothel. It was a brothel veiled as a coffee house, which was very prevalent back in that day.
Oh.
so the husbands in the 1830s were saying, honey, I'm going to the coffee house.
And,
And
the
they were
wife
getting-
said, bring a cup home to me.
And they were
would
getting-
bring home a Sazerac.
They were getting a lot more than coffee in the coffee house. That is such
Oh,
a
my
fun story.
heavens.
That's great. So Sazeracs are
What are in these? What are these?
absinthe.
So you do your Sazerac, which is a rye,
Okay.
your absinthe, and then Peychaud bitters,
Okay.
which make the cocktail, and a little bit of sugar as well.
And just a tiny. And is it muddled? Is it shaken? Do you know? Like, is it mixed? All of that good stuff.
I believe it's mixed.
Okay, great, awesome. So that's the Sazerac. So if you want to serve the very first American cocktail at your Thanksgiving dinner, there you go.
And Paige has someone that works with her at Rollers that's a great mixologist.
Yes.
And so I imagine, what is his name?
Terry Sazerac.
Terry Sazerac.
Okay.
So I imagine any of you who wanted to know whether it's muddled, shaken,
Yep.
or anything could find out. Just walk into Rollers in Coligny.
And there's so
It's
much.
such a great
It's
place.
such a great
Yes.
experience in there. Okay,
Yeah.
now let's move on to
Yeah.
our Thanksgiving drinks. Usually wine. So let's talk about
So
what we
paired
have
with
here.
courses, yes.
So for Thanksgiving, you really want to keep in mind that you're having super rich, buttery, creamy, fatty dishes.
Okay.
So, you know, to combat that and to kind of cut through all of that fatty richness, I would recommend something with good acidity. So I picked an array of wines today, ranging from sparkling, which you love to start with on Thanksgiving while you're cooking,
Yes.
Right.
little glass
Yes.
of bubbles to start off the day.
Right.
But yeah, so you really want to keep it lighter reds if you're going to go with red. You don't want a big, heavy Cab Sauv.
Right.
You don't want super high alcohol.
Right.
You want a lighter bodied red like a Pinot Noir, which I brought today. Ken Wright from Willamette Valley, Oregon. Absolutely delicious. We've also brought a little Beaujolais from
yeah.
France.
I love this.
So usually there's an actual Beaujolais Nouveau that's released the third Thursday in November.
Okay.
It's to celebrate harvest ending in Beaujolais, which they produce all red Gamay grapes. And so the typical Thanksgiving wine is a Beaujolais Nouveau. However, this
Oh,
is just a
interesting.
classic Beaujolais. It's not the new style.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more complex.
I like how the alcohol content is lower
It
because
is,
it's
yeah.
fun to have a glass, but nobody wants to have too much to drink.
Yeah,
Especially when
you
you have
got-
all your family
And
over.
guests and-
So that's really
Exactly.
nice to know. Yes.
Yeah. So as far as Chardonnays go, you really want to stick with something not super buttery and oaky,
Okay.
unless you just are a Rombauer lover. Of course, drink what you want to drink, you
Right.
know, but
And drink what fits you, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But these are some good options. You've got a French Bourgogne Chardonnay out of Burgundy, a great little $25 bottle. Very neutral oak, not much on there, so it's just crisp, clean. Same with this, which is actually out of California. This is by the Kretz family, Magnolia down in St. Lucia Highlands, and it is very linear, has a little bit of French oak on it, but again, it's more appley, crisp and clean with some minerality to it, so it'll
And
really
I
pop.
love, Paige, thank you for bringing things that are not breaking the bank.
Yes.
Because you can serve beautiful wine And if you go into Rollers and speak to Paige or one of her team members,
Yeah,
they can help you out. And, you know, being able to find a $25 bottle of wine instead of a $100 bottle of wine is, I think, wonderful. And so you have brought an amazing array. We invite everybody out there to go see Paige and all the team at Rollers.
Yeah, go in, see Marla. She can walk you through some of the options, see Paige. There's a ton of talent inside Rollers at Coligny.
Yes. And we thank you for being here today with us, Paige.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks. We'll be right back.